Welcome to World of Braiding. My name is Joy Fido and this is your World of Braiding helpline. So as we've been doing, this is episode 4. We're responding to all your emails and your inquiries and your comments on our YouTube channels. So today we brought you another fully packed information page for you to get to know what's going on in the natural hair industry and things you need to know about and things that will help you achieve some of those dreams you're having that you're not able to, because I know there are lots of people out there who really don't know how to send these questions, so we're answering everyone. So if you're new to this, we're responding to all the questions that have been asked because we don't want to just deal with individuals, so we're bringing it out in the open and giving everybody the chance to also have the answers and take care of whatever situation they find themselves in. So welcome on board. So you know what World of Braiding represents. We represent professional, healthy, natural hair care. That's what we stand for. And then underneath that we have so many things we're bringing across to you. We're bringing you the professional natural hair school where we train you to become a professional, where you can offer this service wherever you're based. Because remember, there is such a huge demand for what we offer, and we don't want to keep this skill and knowledge just to ourselves. That's why we've come out to share it with everyone who's willing to get on board. Then we offer the Professional Natural Hair Service Center, where if you have any issues with your natural hair, here we are. We're more than happy to support your natural hair to be healthy, not just glamorous, but healthy. So we are healthy and glamorous natural hairstyles. And then we give you the extensions that work with your hair. We guide you, we support, we advise you on what's best for you. So these are all the things that World of Braiding stands for. And then of course we have our media section, which is also bringing all this information across to you. So whatever you're looking for in this kind of range, just contact us and we're more than happy to support you. So what are the topics we're going to be talking about today? Now, as usual, I got my laptop in front of me so I can be reading some of your messages to us, and then I'll be giving you answers to the questions. So today's issues are people want to learn to know, they want to know how to run their own businesses and how can I help them to take care of their natural hair business. And then we have this problem where people are looking for every excuse under the sun to say this is why they can't do what they want to do now. So I'm going to attend to some of those, and then we have questions about how do I care for a baby's hair. The baby's only about 18 months. So again, we're going to deal with that. And then we're also encouraging you to do your research, because we've had issues where people are saying, I spent so much money chasing this sort of information, and I come to your site and in 9 minutes I get all the things I've been looking for the past how many years. So these are some of the issues we're going to be talking about today. So the first question came from a lady called Bolanle, and she says, hello Joy, I must start by commending your good work. I love them and your personalities too. I came across you on YouTube 3 days ago and I subscribed to your channel. And she's based in the UK, but she got the skill of making hair, which she thinks she knows, and she's been using it on people around her. But I was never taught to do this, so she learned to do hair by herself. I started from the age of 7 until now. I make my hair myself, name it, all kinds of hair, and I do that for people as well on part-time basis because she's an accountant. Now I've been out of job for the past 5 months. I want to go back to taking hair as a business this time. I used to, but because of work, I've not been too serious about it. I was on your website, went through your DVDs, but can't find exactly what I'm looking for. I want something that will help me become professional. I don't know how to do locks and bonding. Hope you're able to help. Now there's a lot of issues in this email. It picked our attention because there are so many things that she mentioned that I'd like to cover, which I'm sure there are so many people out there who would like to know about them. She says she's been in paid employment, which is accounting, and she's been doing hair part-time, and she learned how to do hair by herself from the age of 7. Yeah, she's been working with her friends and family, but now she wants to take it seriously as a business. Now this is where I come in, and this is where water braiding comes in. The minute you want to take something as a business, you have to look at it from a different point of view. When you're working with your friends and your family, they're not going to complain because you're not charging them money, so no one's having any high expectations of you. Now, the minute you start thinking you're going to ask people to pay you money for the service you've given them, we're talking a different ballgame. And when it comes to business, there's so many things involved. And that's why when you come to do your training with water braiding, you're not coming to just learn a skill. This is one thing we want people to really understand. Because I say to everyone out there who is self-taught and says to me all the time when they come on the program, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. I say, why don't you wait until I say to you, yes, you're doing really, really well? Or do you have a portfolio you want to show me? So I say, oh, look, that is amazing. But this is where we really need to change the way we think. When you're dealing with your family, it's a different thing than when you're going to go into business and start expecting people to pay you for your service. There's so many things involved, and I'm going to talk about some of them. Now, I'll take you through some of my story and my experience. I have my degree in business administration. I worked in a bank. I worked in telecoms, and I held important positions. I've done all kinds of things. I've worked in legal, and I've sold, bought and sold. But when I knew I was ready to deal with hair, I had to go and train. Do you understand what hair is? You don't. And this is where the issue is, because there's so many people out there. I hear these stories every day. People are damaging people's hair because they don't know what hair is, and they think they can create designs, so they're ready to hop on somebody's head and start charging money. This is one of the reasons you can charge so cheaply and you don't care, because for you, it's not a big deal. What did you invest in it? You have to take your time to get some training to understand exactly what you're doing. You may think you know so many styles and you've been doing this in your family, but this does not make you professional. This is where we come in. We've changed the game. We've changed what the industry is known as. It's no longer self-taught. It's no longer ordinary braiding, because I hear people say that all the time. This is professional. We're dealing with clients who have natural hair and they want you to be able to do their hair. I get people travel distances. They wake up 5 a.m. in the morning to come to me to get their hair done. Not because they didn't see salons along the way. Now, this is what we keep saying. People who go and study cosmetology and hairdressing do not know how to design natural hairstyles. Braiding, weaving, twisting, etc. That is not taught in your schools. We know that because I've been to that school. So if you think this is something you want to do and you want to be perfect in it and you want to be a professional in it, you need to take training no matter what you think you know. When I went to do my training across the world, I went to US 3 different states, I went to Africa so many times, and I did lots of training here in the UK. I invested money, I invested time, and I knew exactly what I was doing. That's how come I can sit here and talk to you about this. So if you want to get into this industry and you want to shortcut your way into it, you're not going to get the best clients. You're not going to be happy with yourself because the service you will offer will not be exactly what your clients are looking for. Now remember this, the industry we represent changes every day. Rihanna does not wear one hairstyle twice. She changes every minute. Beyonce, the same thing. So if you want to deal with clients who are expecting that from you, would you use the same knowledge you had when you self-taught yourself? You need to change things. And these are the things we will recommend to you. I had one of my students, one of my favorite students that has excelled and done amazingly well. Her name's Francesca. And what she did, she was already big on YouTube, but when she saw what we were doing, she traveled all the way from Australia to come to the UK to get her training. And after that training, her business changed. This is what people who know what they want to do. They don't pick and choose. I don't know how to do only locks. I don't know how to do only this. You want to learn how to do it perfectly. Because what happens is training gives you confidence. Training gives you perfection. Training gives you a lot of things you thought you knew but you didn't know. We're going to show you how to work with clients, how to give customers the kind of service they want, why people will be loyal to you. These are things you don't learn on your own. Okay, so this is what we're saying. Whoever you are and you want to get into the natural hair industry, you need training. You need to understand what you're dealing with. You need to be there for your clients so you do not cause any hair loss or hair damage. Now remember this industry is huge. I really don't like to hear people who say, I want to do it part-time. There's a lot you can gain out of this. It's a $4.2 trillion industry. And if you're dealing with a population of 7 billion, which is the world, you can decide to push your tentacles to wherever you want to go in the world. So don't take it as a joke. Because what I tend to find is, until someone's calling you and paying you and you're sitting on a desk, you don't think you're working. You can work for yourself and create something amazing for yourself. This is what we encourage you. Empower yourself with your own two hands. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're doing great, because you will be doing great. Your clients will pay you the kind of money you want once you gain the right skill and you're giving them the right look, the right image that they want, and you're not damaging their hair. I hear all kinds of stories. The other day someone called me and she got her hair done. The hair was coming out in a week. And by the time she called the lady back, the lady was not taking her call anymore. Yesterday I had another client come here, and what happened to her? Someone had done her Senegalese twist. It was bouncing up. Senegalese twist does not bounce. It's not Afro kinky. And she couldn't go to work wearing hair like that. She had to take it out in a day. So if you think you want to offer this service, learn to know it the right way. The people who are doing it are not stupid. They know what they're doing. And everything changes once they've got it right. We've trained all types of professionals. Lawyers, doctors, midwives. You being an accountant, you being a secretary, you're no different from the people we've trained. So learn to put down the cap you're wearing at that time. And when you come into this industry, you are starting from the very beginning. And I don't want to hear all the stories, especially in America, the African braiders. That really gets to me. If you want to be offering a service to people, learn to do it the right way. And that's what we're here for. That's what we created the DVDs for, because people ask for it. And we've written so much to encourage you and to empower you to see business. In as much as I knew how to braid at the age of 5, when I was ready to take this as a career, I went for all my training, like I said earlier. That wasn't enough. On the business side, which is a different ball game from being able to braid, I am constantly attending one event, workshop, or something or the other. Business is not the same as I can braid. No. If you want to turn your braiding business into, braiding itself into a business, that's a different world we're talking about. We're not talking about hobby anymore. We're not talking about I can do my family and I can do my friends. We're talking, how do you get your message across to your clients? How do you get models to sit down and get their hair done by you and you create amazing images? These are things lacking in this industry. So if you know you're serious and you want to get in, start by getting the proper training so you can grow everything you're looking for. I hope this has helped. Next question came from Pigs, and she wrote in on the 25th of this month, May. And she says she wants to take this course, but she lives really far away. And do we have another training center where she lives so she could take the course there? Now, this particular business is based in a city called Southend, in an area called Essex. This lady writing is in a place called London, and London and Essex, or London and Southend, are just about 40 minutes apart. I just explained how someone traveled all the way from Australia. I explained how I traveled from UK to US to Africa to get what I was looking for. I don't know if this person really wants to take up training. 40 minutes, 50 minutes is too far away. So I don't know how I can help this situation, because if you really do want to take a course, 40-50 minutes should not be what's stopping you. I have students coming all the way from the US to come and take training in England. And you get a visa and you fly on the plane and you get a hotel room. This person will probably just take a train, just a one train. And where we are is too far. We hear this all the time. Now this really bothers me. If you know you're not ready to change your life, because this is exactly what this sounds to me, you are not ready. I don't know what the question was. Do you have another academy in London? Well, I'll pray that you get into business and start opening branches all over the place, because it takes time to do that. And it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of money. So it's not just for you to sit there and say, do you have another branch? If you want to start something, make the effort, get into that train and travel. And if it means taking a plane, take it. Because people who are serious do this and they change their life. You have two options. You sit at home and don't do nothing about it, or you actually do something and get into the train and go and get the training you want. Or on the other hand, get on the plane, if that be the case, and stay in the hotel room and change your life. I don't like to hear people saying, the only reason I'm not progressing is because what I want is not in my city. You have to change that attitude. It really has to change. We also have people who complain about the prices of our service and then the prices of the course. Now, this is another place you get me, because if you want something that's yours for life, that's where education and training comes in. And that's why people do go to universities and spend 4 years. And right here now in the UK, you're spending £9,000 a year to go to a 4-year training in the university. My question is, what do you do with that when you come out? It's hard to find a job right now. And the same is across board, everywhere. Now the only thing helping people right now is skills. And skills are those things you actually do with your hands and you achieve results. And working with hair is one of them. And we knew this from time. We planned this way ahead, and this is something we are more than happy to share with people. I mean, there are people out there who have skills, and I know, and will not share their skills no matter how much you're willing to pay to them. But we are happy to share skills. It's just the way we are. I am happy to tell you what I know. All I say to you is invest a little money. I see it as a contribution. Because if we are selling our DVD for $30, how much is that? It cannot buy you a shoe. But you're going to gain a skill that will be part of you for life. And I hear people go to cosmetology colleges and they're spending $20,000. And they come out and they still don't have anything to share with their clients. I had someone come in the other day. She's done her MVQ level 2 here in the UK. And she still has no job in hairdressing. And I said to her, could you not just sit at home and do something with your clients? Because this is what we recommend. Once you know how to work with hair, braiding, cornrows, twisting, stitching with the needle and thread and weaving, you can sit in your house. I've had people ask me, how do I start? This is how I started. I created a room in my home, and I put a chair there, and that's a mirror, and that was it. But you have to make the place welcoming. You put your little paintings here and there, you put a chair there, you welcome your clients. These are the things that count, because you can only deal with one client at a time. And this was what I did until I knew that I was getting the clients I needed before I moved into an office or into a shop. You could also go into a salon and rent a chair. You can only do one hair at a time. I tell everyone, rent a chair, pay them for the week, and you welcome your clients and attend to them. How hard is this? Once you do that, you have something in your hand, and it gets better with time. And no one's going to make you redundant. Only you can make yourself redundant. There is so much to gain from working with hair, because everyone wants their hair tidied away. That's what we call it. It's grooming. So everyone wants their hair to be groomed one way or the other. People can sit at home and take their chemical relaxers and relax their hair. It is not healthy, we know it, but they would rather do that than go to the salon to get their hair done. But they cannot sit on their own and be braiding their hair themselves or putting the weaves on. Only a few people can do that. Majority of the people want someone to do it for them. And you could be the person doing it. It's a major career that is really growing and doing great. So the minute you can take off the hat of excuses, I have children so I can't leave home, I live too far away, I haven't got the money. I hear this all the time. If you know there's any excuse on your part that will make you not able to take up a training from us, please don't waste your time calling us. I'm serious. Because we want to deal with people who really want to get into the industry, and we will support them. Alright, just one more, and I think one more will do. Okay, so the next message came from Ayuk, and she wrote it on the 27th of May. She wants to know what's the best product to work with her daughter. She's only 18 months old, and she likes to leave her hair natural and glossy and soft. So Ayuk, I said thank you again for writing in, because again, there are lots of moms out there who don't know what to do, and we hear of some of them putting chemicals in their children at the age of 2, as young as 2. Now this is what it is. As long as you keep moisturizing that hair, we've talked about this several times. Put almond oil, put olive oil, put the basic natural sunflower oil, any natural oil you get in the shop, get a spray bottle and mix this oil with water from the bottle. Spring water, not water from the tap. And all you do is spray that into your little girl's hair and knead it through. Once you spray it in and it's completely gone in, you can then use any moisturizer you have, and there's so many lovely ones out there. What you want to avoid is anything that contains petroleum. So you're not using Vaseline, you're not using what else? Blue Magic, things like that. Things that are natural based are better. And stay away from that oil they call baby oil. It's not healthy at all. That oil is actually petroleum based oil. So don't use it. Stick to the natural oils, get them, mix them up yourself, and just spray it in her hair, and then get any natural moisturizer. There's so many beautiful textures is one of the ones I love to work with. And then other people, you know, if you look where your base, because I don't know where your base, you might see really lovely products. There's so many out there right now. And then when you want to shampoo her hair, go for the sulfate free shampoos and silicone free conditioners. So treat her hair just like you would treat any other hair, but completely stay natural. Again, remember, if your little girl's hair is very long, you can put them into small braids, like not too tight. Remember, you don't hold their scalp too tight, because again, it's very tender and they're still very young. I started working with my little girl's hair from the age of 6 months. So you just get a section, comb it through, and just create a plait. Or I would not go for cornrows, because they would not sit down nicely for cornrows. Cornrows takes a bit of time to go on the track. So stick with the single. So either you're creating a single or you're creating a 2-strand twist. So if you're staying with us, we will be creating a 2-strand twist video very soon, where we work with our young one who's only 7 years old. So people can see how to work with the natural hair, just creating the 2-strand twist that doesn't hurt the young ones. Okay, so going away from you, we had some comments from our YouTube channel, which I know we do respond sometimes, but not all the time do we respond to them. But we get some things that are so interesting, we just bring it to your attention. And this lady, her name is Glam for Breakfast, and she's on YouTube, and she followed our Senegalese twist video. And this is what she said: "Oh my gosh, you are amazing. I learned more from you in almost 9 minutes. 9 minutes than I did in 1,500 hours in school. I wish you were in the US. I'd love to take a class with you. So again, this is one of the places we say we don't just talk here, we're not playing here. If someone learns in 9 minutes what she did not learn in 1,500 hours in cosmetology school, this person must have seen something good. And so we don't just talk because we want to talk. We want you to see for yourself. Now, this is one thing I'll say you do. We have a Facebook site called World of Braiding and Extension. So you use the anti-sign, not A&D, and. Go in there, and we've created albums for all the trainings we give to our students. Every student must complete a task before they move on to the next thing. So if you're doing single plaits, you don't do 2 strands. You do a full head of single plaits on that training head. You do a full head of twists. You do a full head of weave. Now, the reason our training is like that is because you do not go working on a client and tell your client, I'll do you 2 strands of braids, and then bye-bye. This is how I learned, and I realized it was such a huge mistake. So we changed the dynamics in training, and that's why World of Braiding training is completely different from everyone. Whatever it is you're learning, you will learn it from the beginning to the end. Make your mistakes, ask questions, and we'll take you through such that by the time you finish, you are completely confident enough to work with a client. So if someone could learn in 9 minutes what she did not learn in 1,500 hours of training, I don't know what to say to that. Another person was, what did she say? She said, her name is Eating from the Tree X on YouTube. She said, I just invested $250 in a braiding course and I learned nothing. And now that I found you, I have learned so much. And this is just one video she's watched. She invested $250. Her videos are like $30. And she invested $250. You imagine how much video she would have bought with that from us? But she learned everything in one video that she did not learn in a course of $250. So again, go and see for yourself. Another one, Miss Caramel 007. She says, you are the best. I watched several videos on how to do Senegalese twists, but within 20 seconds of watching yours, I finally got it. So someone saying 9 minutes, someone saying $250 wasted, someone saying within 20 seconds they got what they didn't get all along. Well, it's up to you. We want you to decide for yourself what's best for you. Because like I said earlier in all of today's program, if you want to change your life, you have to make that decision to change things. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching us. I mean, sometimes we might come across a bit, maybe we sound a bit like we're preaching too much, but it's just that we want you to get on board. We want you to know exactly what you want to do with your life. And we want you to help yourself and change what's going on right now. Because if you watch several of my videos, I've taken you through my story. It wasn't easy. But today I can sit here and share DVDs and videos with you. If I didn't take very difficult decisions, it would not have happened. And that's why I get very impatient with people who do not want to take decisions that are difficult. They don't want to, they call it comfort zone. They don't want to get off their comfort zone. I don't have patience for such people. So I just want you to help yourself make those changes and live a better life. But we look forward to seeing you in our next DVD or video, and keep your questions coming in. We are more than happy to support and answer you. But again, like I said, we will always be straight with you. We don't like hiding under anything. Maybe we're hurting people's feelings. We want you to get the message loud and clear, and then hopefully that will help you change things. So remember, we have the download website where you can download the DVDs. They are a lot cheaper there. And if you have any problems while downloading, email us, we will deal with it. We have the DVDs on major topics. We're more than happy to put them in the post for you. And then of course our YouTube channel has got so many things going on there as well. So follow us on Facebook, World of Braiding and Extensions. Follow us, Wonder Braiding itself. That's where I put my designs. Follow us on Instagram, Queen Braids. Follow us on Tumblr, World of Braiding. And so we're practically everywhere. On LinkedIn, I've seen lots of people coming from YouTube following me on LinkedIn. Joy Fido. So thank you again and see you in the next video.